If you guys want to capitalize on market movements up or down, and you don't have time to get yourself over the learning curve, check out the guys over at Trade Genius. Not only do they champion the cause of individual liberties, including the right to defend yourself against tyrannical government entities, these guys flat out know what they're doing in the stock market and in the cryptocurrency world. And they've been doing it for a long time. Sign up with them and you get the benefit from all their years of hard work, and you get to access their optimized and automated system that reliably picks winners. The bottom line is their system works. It's easy to understand when to buy and when to sell. No drama, no craziness. Just one winning trade after another. So do yourself a favor and check out Trade Genius. The link is in the description. You know, when you look around Washington, D.C. and you check out all the buildings and all the architecture, I mean, you can't deny that this place is absolutely magnificent. But then it reminds me of kind of like a Catholic church. You look around and you see all the gold and the tapestry and the stonework, and you're like, where the heck did they get all the money to do that right there? And then you think, oh yeah, that's right. It's all the people they're plundering while they say that they're working for your freedom. Nice touch. If you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, give it a thumbs up, and share it with everybody you know.
Mr. McCartney, hi there, we're with CNN. Can we just get a quick question for you? Just give us a sense of why it was important for you to come out here today.
Just to support the people. Yeah.
What do you hope can be accomplished? Do you think that can happen at the legislative level? We've seen it happen at the state level in places like Florida and here in New York.
You know, I'm like everyone. I don't know, but this is what we can do, and so I'm here to do it. One of my best friends was killed in gun violence right around here, so it's important to me.
Understood. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
If you were a teacher in school and a gunman was coming down your hall and your room was next, wouldn't you want to be armed?
I would make the first exit out of the building rather than engage that shooter head on because he's fully expecting to die. I want to get out of that situation.
Well, what if you
I'll
couldn't?
throw a chair through a window. I'll smash my way out of there. I will get out of the building and not be corralled by that.
Right,
man.
but what if you and the kids
I think
couldn't?
that hardening the walls is a stupid solution. I think putting lines on the floor, not from the perspective from the window and the door, is a stupid solution.
Well, the point is,
you gotta keep the guns away.
Yeah, most
Don't
people
put more in.
Most people couldn't get out of the classroom fast enough. So, would you rather be armed with a gun or a chair or a desk or what?
You know what? I would rather take my chances with my wits and what I have about me than put more guns in the school.
What the hell did you just say?
If you were going to craft a law, if you could snap your fingers and craft a law, what would it look like? What would it say? What would be banned? All that.
Any type of repeating rifles or additions to guns to make them shoot more rapidly.
Okay, so that would include semi-automatics, high-capacity magazines?
15s and so forth.
Okay, so what would you say to the people, the millions of people out there who already own AR-15s? Would you say, hey, you got to turn your guns in, basically?
Yeah, I wouldn't have any problem saying that. They're just not appropriate for a home environment or a community.
And let's say their answer to you is, well, hey, look, I'm a peaceful person. I just want to be left alone. I've never hurt anybody with it. I don't plan on hurting anybody. What would you say?
I would say we could talk about maybe keeping those guns locked up at a shooting range, and they could go to the shooting range, unlock it, use it, and lock it back up when they are ready to go.
Are you for gun control?
Yeah.
Who should control the guns?
Who should control the guns? Probably the government.
Do you trust the government?
No.
You don't trust the government, but you want them to control the guns? Other than banning guns, what else would you like to see changed? If you could snap your fingers, for example, and create a law, what would it look like? What would it say?
Well, I would create a law just, I don't know. I don't know, that's a difficult question.
Would you limit high-capacity magazines or get rid of them altogether?
High-capacity magazines? Yeah. Oh, you mean for guns?
Yeah.
If we come together and vote for good politicians or politicians who care, then something will get done.
Can you name one point in history where politicians have actually listened to the people?
The one fact that you know is that when guns are there, people get killed by guns. When guns are not there, People don't get killed by guns.
Do governments take us to wars?
Do governments take us to wars? Yeah.
Do they steal our money?
Like taxes? Well, I guess, yeah.
Do they waste our money?
Sometimes.
How about all the time? We're $21 trillion in debt. We're in a situation of transgenerational debt slavery where 4 generations of people won't be able to pay off the debt. So we know they waste our money, we know they take us off to war, and we know they can't be trusted. So why would you want politicians, honest question, fair question, why would you want politicians and government officials to control the guns? And what do you think criminals think about further gun regulations and restrictions?
Well, if it's actual criminals, I think they will do their best to work their way around any law that we put in. But I think that the harder we can make the accessibility, the more worth it. That's what we should be doing.
Have all these rules, and you think they'll save you?
Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Do you guys have knives in your house?
I mean, there are knives which are weapons, but we don't have any guns in our house.
Are you guys for an assault weapons ban?
Sorry?
Are you for an assault weapons ban?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys all are?
Yeah.
Now, how would you guys define assault weapons? Because we've heard the term assault weapons a lot in the news. How do you guys define that?
I mean, anything that...
I'd say military grade weapons.
Yeah.
Like stuff that can, I read a definition for it, but I can't remember, I'm sorry. It's like, if it can fire a certain number of rounds within a minute. I can't remember what the number is.
I know it's a pretty high number.
Since 1950, virtually all mass shootings have taken place in gun-free zones. Do you think gun-free zones are part of the problem?
Hell no.
Guys, if you enjoy this content, take a second and hit the subscribe and notification button for all my daily uploads. What if more people were killed with knives than there were with guns? Would you be for knife control?
No, there's people I think that obviously it's a lot harder to do more damage with a knife. It's a lot easier for somebody to come in hands with an assault weapon and just do crazy amounts of damage in a school or public place.
Okay, would you be for banning handguns? No?
I'd say not if people are educated on how to use them and how to safely store them.
Behind it.
Yeah.
If they're educated, then we can stop this from happening, But assault rifles...
What if somebody was educated using an assault rifle?
I don't think so. They're just dangerous.
They're very dangerous. I don't think anyone should have an assault.
It's too easy to get out of hand.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you a statistic and I want to get your reaction. More than 80% of mass shootings are carried out with handguns.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that.
But the thing is, I just feel like it's
Deadlier.
yeah.
I feel like it's a lot deadlier with an assault. I feel like it's a lot deadlier with an assault rifle.
Since 18 to 21-year-old white males are predominantly the school shooters, how about we make a law that just incarcerates all 18 to 21-year-olds?
No.
White male.
No.
Why not?
Because it's not every single person.
There you go. So that was my point, is on gun control. Why try to control everybody's guns when most people are law abiders? Do you have guns in your home?
No.
Okay, do you?
No.
No guns? Or do you guys feel safer not having guns in your home?
Yes, definitely. Especially because I have a lot of little siblings, and I just feel like it's not safe.
It's not. I don't think so.
Okay, let's say 3 thugs came into your house armed with guns. How would you defend yourselves?
All right. We're trying to go somewhere, so if we could go.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thanks.
no problem.
Thank you. Let me give you a statistic, and I want your reaction. 80% of mass shootings happen with handguns.
I thought it was always with the multiple rounds.
Well, semi-automatic handguns can hold multiple rounds, but most mass shootings, over 80% of them happen with handguns, not with rifles. So is it safe to say that you guys are both for gun control?
That we're what?
For gun control.
For sensible gun laws, yes. Gun safety laws.
No more
Large magazines, assault weapons, absolutely.
So assault weapons ban, high magazine capacity ban. How low should they go with the bullets that a magazine can hold?
You're talking to somebody who's got some personal experience with gun deaths, and as far as I'm concerned, they can take all their guns.
Have you ever fired an AR-15?
No.
Have you ever held one?
No.
What's the difference? What's your definition of an assault rifle? And I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I really want to know.
Like a military-style gun.
Okay, explain what that is.
Like a big one that fires like multiple rounds.
Do you guys trust the government?
What? Not the current administration. Absolutely.
Any government. Any government.
I think what we've learned in the past, we've learned that we have to have a voice in it. We are the government, and if we don't have a voice, then we abdicate our ability to trust or not trust. We have to. Well,
they just quoted a statistic out there that 97% of the American people want background checks. If that's true, and we are the government, why don't we have background checks?
That's an excellent question. I think
we must not be in control. So if it's like a wood gun with a black barrel as opposed to an all-black gun that looks military style, you'd want to get rid of the black style gun?
I'm more for like handguns and like the ones where you like hunt with, like for your family.
Okay, yeah, most people don't. Most people hunt with rifles, not handguns, just because of the accuracy and the distance.
Like the long ones, the shotguns or something.
Okay. Yeah, most people hunt with rifles. What do you think criminals think about strict gun regulations?
Of course, they don't like it.
So if we make strict gun regulations, we can exclude the criminals because they're not going to obey it anyway, right?
That is true, but we will diminish, we will weaken that problem.
Is it ever right to initiate unjust force or violence on peaceful people who have done no wrong?
No.
So when we create a law, let's say 99% of the people create a law for the 1%, that 99% wants that 1% to submit to their will through that law, right?
That's true.
And the way that law is enforced is by the law enforcement barrel of a gun. So isn't that an asking government to initiate gun violence against people who don't want to do what the other people want to do?
That's how a country keeps control. That's a big part of the problem.
Through guns.
Absolutely. Through guns.
I don't want to assume that my life as a civilian in America is a battle zone that I'm constantly prepared to defend myself against firearms with. That's stupid.
I believe that it's never right to initiate unjust force or violence on someone who hasn't done anything wrong.
Okay.
And so I don't think it's fair for the millions and millions of gun owners who have harmed no one to have a broad brush background check or limit high capacity magazines or ban any kind of assault style rifle.
What would be your reason for needing an assault style rifle and a high capacity?
It's not about need. It's not about need. It's about I have a right as a human being. For example, if I own 3 cars and my neighbor goes, "You don't need 3 cars. You only need 1." What do you need 3 cars for?
A car doesn't exist to kill people.
Cars can kill people. That's my point.
And so can this cup. If I use it the right way, I could punch you to death. I could kick you in the balls until you hemorrhage.
That's it.
None of those
in New
things
York, they
are
passed
purposeful weapons. What could you do useful with a weapon? All right.
Okay.
I
Thanks.
think I've made my point clear.
Yeah. I just the point is, I don't think it's ever right to initiate unjust force. And what a law is,
I don't think that right for you, even though it's on the books, is worth all of these kids getting killed in school. Right. If you really like to shoot targets, I'm sorry, you're the one who needs to change so that people don't keep getting killed in school.
Guys, if you enjoy this content, take a second and hit the subscribe and notification button for all my daily uploads. Guys, thanks for watching my video. Today's featured kick-ass shirts are "Gun use saves more lives," "This is not a gun-free zone," "Shall not be infringed," and "March for our lies." The shirt link is in the description. If you enjoy this content, hit that subscribe and notification button for my daily uploads. Give this video a like and share it everywhere on social media. I have a lot more interviews coming up, so stay tuned. I'll see you guys in my next heavily censored, demonetized video.